everybody. I'm Lauren.
I'm Emma.
And you're listening to the Oakview.
Lauren, I'm really hungry.
What do you mean?
My stomach keeps growling.
Why didn't you eat?
I don't know. I wanted to talk to you today before I go eat.
Oh my gosh, girl.
I know.
You can't have good conversation on an empty stomach.
You know what? I feel like it empowers me to talk better because I'm like interested in what we're doing to then go get the reward of the sandwich that's in my fridge.
For real? I feel like when we're talking, like, I would just forget completely about being hungry.
I'm probably going to with the amount of conversation we're going to have today.
Obviously.
Well, whatever. But how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. You know what? I really think we look really good today.
I'm in a t-shirt. I think you look really good today.
You know what? It might just be me. Well, when we record over Zoom, it's like I only see, like, I see you and I see me, but I don't know. I just think I look really good, maybe. Weird. Okay. So funny. I'm so funny. I dyed my hair recently, so I have like a darker complexion in my hair, and I just feel like I'm a whole new me.
You got the confidence now.
I have the confidence. You know, the fall is kind of dwindling away and the winter is coming, and everybody knows that winter is my jam.
Get it, girl.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Are you excited about everything we're going to talk about today?
Yeah, but I kind of also only don't know what we're going to talk about. I know we talked about we wanted to be more fun about our last episode.
Right, yeah. So I was thinking, you know, in previous episodes, we talked about friendship. We talked about what's important to us and honesty and communication. And we kind of got into our friend's loss, which was obviously not like the funnest vibe ever.
No, but I think we did a really good job.
Yeah, I mean, I really loved that conversation. So I thought we could just like add on to that a little bit today, but have it a little bit more upbeat.
Maybe it could be about people that we wish we were friends with.
Oh my gosh, yes, that's such a good idea.
Is there anybody that you wish you were friends with?
Yes. I really want to be friends with my dental hygienist.
I really want to be friends with my dental hygienist.
No, you are lying because no, like I'm dead serious. I really want to be best friends with my like dental hygienist.
I got my
She's
dental
so cool.
hygienist's phone number.
You are
so we could be friends.
I am so jealous. Are you kidding me right now?
No.
I am so mad at you. For real, you're taking my little like quirky story and now you already have their phone number.
But it did not go the way that it was supposed to go. Like,
stop.
I reached out
right now.
I said, hey, do you want to hang out?
I want to be friends with my dental hygienist first.
And they were like, you know what? If I give you the wrong vibe. And I was like,
wait, what is happening?
I was like, I'm not trying to date you. I'm just trying to be your friend. And because I just moved back here, you know, like I wanted to find some like connection in the area.
Did you ask your dental hygienist, who's a man, for their number?
I called the dentist's office and said, can I have his phone number? And
wait, why didn't you tell me about this? This is weird.
Because I got turned down and I was embarrassed. And
you were like, we have to start over.
I called my dentist after a cleaning one day.
Yes.
Because I only see him and then I see the dentist when I'm done because he checks my teeth and my mouth or whatever.
That's how the dentist works.
Yeah. Okay. I called the dentist office and I left a message on the answering machine and said, hey, it's Emma. I was wondering if so-and-so could give me a call. No worries, no issues. Just call me back.
Are you serious?
It took me 6 hours to have the courage to even do that.
And what happened?
He texted me and we were chatting and then somehow I think he got the vibe that I was trying to date him.
Which understandably.
But I mean, like, I would.
Because you literally called his place of work.
Because this is how weird I am because I want to like be friends with people.
You wanted to be friends with somebody? Like, I'm having the same exact situation, but I'm not about to call the dentist office.
Yeah, this is how overemployed I was.
Actually, maybe I would have.
So I called them and I was like, please call me back. And he sent me a message and we chatted for like a couple weeks. And then I went back to school and then we stopped talking. And now I'm going to go get a teeth cleaning next week.
It's going to be so awkward.
It's going to be awkward. And guess who's going to show up in a bomb outfit? Just in case. Because, like, I know I want to be like, I'm not.
Maybe it happens to him all the time.
You know what? And I don't know if I should apologize.
I think you should just have something funny to talk about.
Because what if I was like, hey, so sorry that last time we chatted, I made you feel
dare you to be like, hey, listen to my podcast.
No, I could not because
I dare
no,
you.
I couldn't do that. You're gonna see a really no. But anyways, you want to be friends with your dental hygienist. I tried.
Here, let me paint the picture for you and how my story is equally or more awkward than yours.
Great.
All right, here I am. I'm at a church event and I see a familiar face walk in. It's a girl around my age and she says, "Hey, how are you?" And I am like, "Oh my gosh, like who is this
You had
person?"
no idea.
Right? And so instinctively, I'm like, okay, she's here. She's my age. I'm thinking high school friend. Like that's the vibe I'm getting, and that's what I'm thinking because it kind of matches up. And I'm like, hey, and like whatever the vibe was or how she was leaning or whatever, I leaned in for a hug. I gave this woman a hug.
She was the hygienist.
I hugged my dental hygienist. I had no idea. And we were like, hey, and she was so nice about it.
That's hilarious.
And we hugged and we were catching up when we were talking or whatever. Like, hey, how are you? How you been? Whatever. And then like literally maybe the next day or even like a long time had passed and I realized who it was. And I was like, oh my God, I hugged my dental hygienist like in public. I hugged her. And then, so I go to my next cleaning, right? And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, the last time I literally hugged this woman in public, like
the world
this is going to be really awkward, right? I go in. She is so nice to me. Like she chats to me more than usual. We're like totally vibing. I am like in love, right? And here's my issues. I'm not 100% confident what her name is.
You don't know her name and you hugged her and you want to be her friend.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay, but it's not like they put the name anywhere. Like
you don't know who's like in your mouth.
But also, like, if I call, sometimes she's the one that answers the phone. So it can't be like, oh, who cleaned my teeth last time? I have an idea of what her name is. Like, I'm pretty sure it's Melissa. I'm like 80%, but I'm not 100%. And so really, that's not good enough for anything. Because if I was 100% confident in her name, I would have totally called the dentist office already.
Well, that makes sense because then you...
But here's the thing, like after the cleaning, like I've seen her many times. Like I used to see her at church events like fairly regularly, or I'd run into her at the store or whatever. And that's happened a few times. And we like have this like friendship kind of like in person beginning of a friendship.
Yep.
Then COVID happened and now like I never see her. And the last time I was at the dentist, I was like, okay, bye, I'm gonna miss you.
Oh like, my gosh.
And she was like, oh, I'll miss you too. And like, I wanted to ask her for her phone number, but it was too awkward. I didn't want to be weird and I don't know her name.
Dude, that's hilarious.
But if you're listening to this and you're my dental hygienist, like just, you are awesome and you're so nice and I want to be best friends with you.
This is my dental hygienist. And this is their phone number.
She's showing me her phone with this contact. So, one, I'm jealous of you. I wish I was you. And man, this girl would be such good friends. I know it. I know we would.
Lauren, you're a catch. You'd be good friends with anybody you love.
Oh, thank you.
But I just have to say, when I did this was the most confident I have ever been. And I don't regret it, but I definitely was hella embarrassed.
Well, tell me if you regret it after your next cleaning.
We're about to find out in 2 weeks.
Okay. Well, we'll give an update. Yeah, maybe I should call my dentist's office.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or, like, I can't find her in anything. You know what I mean?
You know what I did?
And I even went on the website and I tried to see if they had, like, a staff, like, you know, names.
Do they have a Facebook?
No.
They don't?
I tried that too.
Okay, that's what I did.
Do you see my dilemma? I want to be a friend so bad.
I see the dilemma, but I would like to tell you not to give up.
Yeah, but now what am I going to do? Wait 6 months? I guess I could.
You could. Third time's a charm. That's the next.
Maybe I'll make an appointment like for my husband, and then I'll make sure like he gets the same person that I get, and then they'll tell me the name.
Or maybe Tim should make his appointment.
Well, yeah,
and then find out.
Like,
and then tell
no, but this
her
way I could find out the name
that you want to be her friend.
Well, if I know her name, I can find her on social media or whatever.
True. True. That is true. That is an option. That is an option for you. I'm curious, do we want to do one more?
What does that mean?
Like one more friend you'd want to be friends with?
People I'd want to be friends with. I also want to be friends with my coworker's wife because she's really cool. We share funny memes on Facebook every once in a while.
That's a good one. Because then you
I feel like that's a good foundation.
Yeah, because you have the person that you're at work with, but then you can only see them at like holiday parties or.
Yes, exactly.
There's not enough.
You know.
There's not enough interconnection there. Can I say a person I'd like to be friends with, but they're not real? Like they're a character? Oh, that counts.
I already said yes.
Oh, sorry. I want to be friends with Jim Parsons as Sheldon.
Me too.
Only because like that whole gang would be the ideal friend group. Like I love nerdy people. I love nerding out about nerdy things. I love when people are really passionate and smart about things that they love. But then I love that they like play video games and they have girlfriends and they're like, normal. And they're not normal, but like I'm also kind of like that. I want to be Johnny Galecki's friend. I want to be Jim's friend in the series of The Big Bang Theory.
I accept this answer.
Because it's balanced.
I feel for you.
Thank you. Sometimes when I watch The Big Bang, I get really sad because I'm like, ugh, I don't have friends like you. And then I just want to be all of their friends.
Do you think they're ideal, though?
Well, I think they're relatable, right?
Yes,
like,
they are relatable.
Characters in movies and TV shows, like, that's their job. Their job is to relate to an audience outside of that show. But, like, come on now. They're so beautiful and fun and good people on the outside, too. That's all I have.
Here's a different segue, if you will indulge me. So as we talk about honesty and communication, do you feel like our friendship, do we have 100% honesty? Do we have...
Ooh, I don't know. I mean, I think if I sat down right now and explained to you some things in my life that I haven't really shared, I don't question and don't doubt that you wouldn't be there for me. But I definitely think our qualities of friendships are 100% there. You're honest with me, I'm honest with you about what we're doing on this podcast. And if you don't like something, you tell me. If you're having a hard time in your relationship or your family, you listen, I listen, we give each other feedback when we ask. But I know that there are things that you don't know about me, but it's not because I'm worried that you're going to think ill of me.
And it's not that you're withholding it.
No, there's just pieces of me that I find private, and I think that's valuable. And I think it's really, I appreciate that when people tell me, when they say, hey, I just don't want to talk about it. It's not that I don't want to share. I just don't want to share with you right now. I don't get offended. I go, why? You need to tell me everything. That might be true, but there are some things that I need to call my own.
Yeah, and you always have to be respectful and mindful of those things.
But I've never been in grade school and in high school. There were a few instances that I had some friends who we fought over boys and we got angry at each other. We got gossiping and someone said something mean about me, but I never got into any fights. I'm not always a perfect friend. And I'm not always in my wise self saying, I'm awesome, I'm amazing, my life is always good, I never make mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, like you asked me, do you think you're a good friend?
Right. And I'm curious what you think about that same response. That do you think that our friendship upholds the standards that we make for ourselves and for the people around us?
That's interesting. I think it always has, as we grew up. Like, we obviously had different standards when we were younger and when we were kids. And I think we've always lived up to those things, but it also changed, adapted, and grew and got more mature as we grew.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Because, like, we didn't talk about this stuff in middle school or whatever.
No.
And with you being such a bold person, we definitely had, like, times growing up where I was like, oh my gosh, like, Emma, like, you're being rude or, like, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're strong-headed.
I was very stubborn.
But it didn't mean we weren't friends.
Absolutely. I think with time, like maturity, got to most of us. I had to reevaluate my person and the person I was emulating, and because I pushed away so many people, I had to change.
Yeah. It's interesting, why are we not the ones that pushed away? Like, how are we still friends? Because we made the choice to keep the bridge.
That's interesting.
We had the other qualities that we talked about at the beginning. We had the longevity, we had the loyalty, we had the knowledge, the vulnerability, the understanding, the values, all to back that up. And when you get a lot of that package in such a short amount of time, I think it's hard to juggle.
You are, I'm overwhelmed by what you're saying. Like, it's so true. I wonder, we're going to debunk this in a later episode about like why 4 years of college is not the greatest time of your life. I need people to realize that people you meet in college are not necessarily going to be your friends for life. You might meet other people.
Well, okay, but I feel like for some people that is true, though.
Yeah. I think the friends you make later in life are associated in who you are grounded with. Our foundation is years of childhood friendship. But the friendship that I have made in the last 4 years, that foundation has to do with a ton of ground that's about my mature self.
Yeah, they have to match.
In a way, they have to equal, because I need to make sure that I'm weighing my friends the same or similarly.
Yeah. You have to want the same things out of it. You have to want your friendship to be the same thing, or you have to have that mutual ground. We had the benefit because we learned those things literally from each other and together.
Well, I think that's
why we're lucky. That's why we're making a podcast. And my other best friend, so shout out.
Shout out to the people that we know. I know her, right? We're talking about the same person.
Obviously. I should ask if I can say her name.
If you're listening, you absolutely know.
You absolutely know who you are.
Can we tell you people your name?
Yeah, text me back after you listen to this episode. No context, I'll just understand. You know me.
Anyways, I think interestingly enough, we were talking about friendship and the standard of like what we expect, what we hope for, what we have more of. What else do you want to accomplish?
I have like one more thing in my sleeve, but I don't know if I should just save it for later.
No, I just ask. We'll see what happens.
Okay. I'm really nervous about it though.
I'm really excited, and I think this is why people want to listen. You're at this point in the podcast. Don't stop listening.
This is not deep. Okay. I'm so nervous. I have a secret from you about you.
You have a secret from me?
Just totally juvenile. It's from when we were really little.
Come on. What do I know about this?
No, I've never told you this.
Literally? You haven't told me this ever?
Literally, I've never told you this, and I've always wanted to, and I thought that I never would, but I think that like when we started talking about making a podcast, I was like, this is probably a good time. You're already mad at me.
No, I'm not mad.
Are you freaking out?
I'm a little nervous myself, but my heart rate is really high.
Really?
Just say it. Just tell me.
Are you okay? Don't freak out. It's not like. I hope it's not. It's still a big deal.
Can you just tell me?
You have to promise that you're not going to get mad at me.
I promise that I will react the way I will exactly.
I'm not going to tell you
to what you're going to say to me.
Okay.
I promise I'll be calm.
I hope that you don't remember this.
I really don't.
I'm dying. I really hope you don't remember this. Honestly, okay, I'm a goody two-shoes. I really don't break the rules. I don't do wrong things.
No.
Ever.
Okay, but like, what is this? This is juicy.
No, it's so funny because I'm such a goody two-shoes. It's not that big of a deal, but like to me, it's just
okay.
I felt bad about it my entire life, basically.
Your whole life? What? Lauren?
Okay.
Are you been holding this for 20 years?
Yeah, but it's so stupid. Take a deep breath. Okay.
Whew.
So I'm gonna say 3rd grade. Sounds about right.
So you're good.
Well, you were in a different hall than me, and I don't break the rules ever, like ever. But you know how when you're a kid, you get the urge to do something that you know is wrong. Okay. So you have to go through these urges and do something bad, and you don't know why you did it, to learn that it's bad, and that's part of growing. I hope so. Please don't disagree with me, anybody.
Okay.
You're totally freaking out. Okay, so
I think I blacked out.
I don't know what got into me, but I had the urge to do something bad. So here's the thing. I used to, in other episodes, we'll talk about my education, but I had to go to like a special English class because like my reading grades are low. I'm an engineer now. It's fine. Everything's fine. So,
these people are like, relax.
But I got to leave my hall and my classrooms and go to a different room in the building, like across the building for English. And so when I was walking there, I would like go into different hallways or whatever. I'd go to the bathroom on my way. So I don't want you to be mad. I'm looking at your face right now. I'm so freaked out. So I went to the bathroom in your hall, and you had a crush on a guy named Drew.
Oh my gosh. Don't say his name. Not everybody knows everyone knows who you're talking about now.
People remember Drew from 3rd grade?
Yes.
Who? What people?
Oh, you want me to name everybody I know? Who knows? Bridget, Carly, Kelly.
Yeah, but what are they gonna care? They're not gonna like email and be like, ooh.
Yeah, but like, I'm pretty sure. Are you talking about?
Okay, fine, whatever. You had a crush. Oh, we'll cut that. You had a crush on a guy in your hall.
We're gonna call him D.
We're gonna call him D. I got the urge. I had always wanted to. I don't know why I did it. I took a pencil out of my backpack and I wrote on the wall of the bathroom, Emma.
Oh my gosh.
And then Emma was really big, and I was like freaking out that it was so big. And so I wrote really, really small, way smaller than that. I wrote Emma Hearts D.
You did not.
And you know, like, I was not the only graffiti on the walls. Okay, no, you shut up. You are not laughing at this. I have felt bad about this for literally like 20 years. You shut up.
I'm not even laughing at the fact that you did it. I'm laughing at the fact that my name is in the stall at this school.
You're gonna stop laughing because it was not funny. Okay, so okay. Like, here's the thing: we're in a public school. There are other graffiti on the bathroom stalls. I thought this is no big deal. Everybody does this. I'm just trying it out. I'm doing my little bad thing, and I've scratched my like bad itch, and now I'm never gonna do it again ever in my entire life. Right? I'm thinking no big deal. I literally did it in pencil. I wasn't really committed to this bit. So I go to my English class, whatever. I go to my English class. At the end of the day, you get on the bus and you're like, oh my God, Lauren, you'll never guess what happened. And you were furious. The teachers called your parents.
They did not.
Like, the teachers found it. There's other graffiti in the stall. They knew that this one was new. And it was directed at you, and you were mortified that everybody knew who your crush was. You were mortified that your teachers called your parents, and it became this whole big deal. And all I did was write in pencil on the bathroom stall. Like, I just thought that was normal. And you were like so mad. You were like, because you were a bold kid. I don't know if you remember this or not, but like on the bus to me, you're like, for like days, or I know, maybe it felt like days. You were like, I'm going to find out who did this. And you were like, oh, don't worry, Lauren. I know it's not you. You're never in my hall. So I was in the clear because I wasn't in class with you.
You didn't even know.
I wasn't a suspect. And I was like a deer in the headlights. Like, I am so glad you don't remember this. You have no idea.
Lauren, you've been holding that in for so long.
It's the only thing I've ever kept a secret from you.
This is going in our podcast. There's no question.
Oh, I've saved it for the podcast.
Lauren, look at me. Look at me in the eyes. I forgive you. Oh my goodness. I forgive you.
Thank you so much.
My little me was so tense.
You were so mad and I hurt your feelings and I feel really bad about it.
Lauren, you don't need to feel bad. But I do have to say that's funniest thing in the whole wide world.
And maybe if I was a really good person when I was little, I would have fessed up to it. But you were really angry.
Lauren, you had that in your heart for 16 years? That's crazy. 16 years, Lauren. Not even, we were younger than that. We were like 7.
Even now, it feels like a big deal. I'm so glad you don't remember.
Lauren, that's crazy. I can't even believe that you had kept this in for so long. This is wild.
And it escalated way out of
Yeah.
proportion, if I do say so myself.
Well, because you thought it was harmless.
And yeah, like the teachers like all got involved and everybody was talking about it.
Lauren, this is gold.
And everybody knew who your crush
Well,
was.
oh my gosh.
Can you even imagine?
This kind of makes sense growing up because I'm thinking about third grade now. Because I always wondered like why he never wanted to talk to me again.
I think I ruined
Maybe.
it for you.
You know what? That's fine.
Hey,
I
if
don't need
everybody just kept their mouth shut in the
Honestly.
girls' bathroom,
If anyone just mind their own damn business.
if I wouldn't have written your name on the wall.
If you were just like chopped it in with a knife or something, it would have been better.
Oh my gosh.
That's amazing, Lauren.
I felt bad about that forever.
You can take that off your weight, of your shoulders.
Wow,
take it-
I'm
just
so
take it
glad
off.
you're not mad at me.
I'm not mad. Oh my God, no. I'm just so glad.
Isn't that the funniest thing ever,
Yeah.
though?
That is the funniest thing ever. And I'm just so glad that you told me. It just sounds like a me response. Like, of course my parents got involved.
And it sounds like me, right? Like that's the thing I'm hung up on. when I'm 25
You've
years
held it
old.
on so long. And it's like
To my
my
best
deepest
friend.
secrets.
I'm like, hey, this is the only secret I've ever kept for you. I got to get it off my chest.
You guys were wondering what the secret was. This is it. This is the secret. That's amazing, Lauren.
I hope somebody listening is like rolling on their stomach. Oh my God. I feel so much better.
I'm just so glad. I feel so much better too. I feel better that you feel better.
I saved it
You
for
sure
prime
did.
time.
Dude, this was the rawest piece I've ever heard. Like I didn't think you were serious.
Aren't you glad that I saved it for this?
I thought you were gonna say something like I ate your Lunchable or something. Something ridiculous. But like this? No, oh my gosh. You've literally cut this in. When did you want to tell me this?
Literally for
No.
16 years.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
There's never been a point where we were talking about friendship and honesty and communication
Yeah, I
before.
guess.
This in depth.
True. Guys, this is a disclosure. Find a friend that you have been friends with your whole life so they can review your secrets with you for your whole life. Lauren, I think this is a great way to say thank you to the listeners. Thanks for...
We hope you're enjoying this journey with us.
We hope you find a friend in us because that's what we're here for. And we're here to make you laugh, make you explore your feelings, think inwardly.
And be more intentional.
Be more intentional with your life. Also, you can do whatever you want. Have the day you have.
And you can grow on your journey.
However you want to grow. But thank you again.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye. Thank you again for listening to The Oakview. You can follow Lauren and Emma on Instagram at The Oakview Podcast, OAKVIEW Podcast, or email us at theoakviewpodcast@gmail.com.